Yeah, and the one most important thing he gave me is when we had to reshoot the ending of the movie, and I think I've probably said this in another whatever, but I was trying to find that little moment, that little nuance where the character could turn a little bit, because it's very difficult when you're playing that part, that bad guy, to turn at that moment. So um, we reshot the scene, I think 3 months later, here in LA. We had shot the original ending in Boston, and then we shot over here at the studios at Columbia and at Sony, I mean. And I remember doing the scene, and then he was looking behind the camera, he's like looking over, and then he waved me over, and he's like, "Michael, come here." And yes, Pat. He's like, "Listen," he goes, "whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's great." And I was like, "Wow." So he was very, very like supportive, and even on the set, like he you go and watch, and he's like, he's not doing anything, like and then all of a sudden you see it on the big screen, you're like, wow, he's doing so much, with his eyes, with his, he makes a gesture, and listen, for sure, Pat had his troubles in life, as we all do, battled some demons, as we all do, but as an actor and as a leader for us on the set, he was brilliant. As we know, he was a brilliant dramatic actor. That's one of the things that I love, and I'm not sure, I think it was in one or two, I think it was in one, where he's looking at his wife in the war, I think.
Yeah.
Was that number one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got nominated for Academy Award for that, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, and I thought that was brilliant. Me, I love dramatic films, and as we know, we talk about writing all the time. And for me, that really proved to me how great he was.
Yeah.
Because he could do something and be funny and be light, but then that moment when it really, really was something deep, he hit you hard, and you didn't expect it, and you were like, wow. And I think I might have cried either. I probably cried too, as I remember, but because it just really hit my heart. And there's very few people, I believe, in this industry today that could be or can do what Pat did. Now, here's an Asian man many years ago doing this thing way better than anybody else, and to be comedic and to be on sitcoms, and being a comedian, and then going to do dramatic work, and then doing this. Mr. Miyagi is like a superhero with no violence. Where do we get that today? Do we get that anywhere? Because all I see is people beating each other up. He did it so beautifully and so elegantly, and also Ralph, the way he responded was beautiful and elegant, and the way their relationship was really, really tremendous. And I think that's something that I don't think it's going to be duplicated. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, his journey just getting onto the first Karate Kid film was insane. I mean, the studio didn't want him.
Yeah.
I think John Avildsen may have been his only champion for that role. But yeah, I mean, because for the studio, I mean, they know him as the stand-up comic, you know what I mean? From the 50s, 60s, plus and Happy Days as well, too.
Arnold.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he really broke ground. I mean, his journey to get on to even get into the first movie was insane.